Man, Connor Lew is in such a prime position to have an incredible season.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into Locked On Auburn, your daily Auburn Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Zach Blackerby, and thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. I promised y'all this forever ago, multiple times, and I just forgot. I made a mistake. Spoke with Connor Lew at SEC Media Days, and he talked about, going into this fall camp and Xavier Chaplin and what it's like to lead the offense. We'll discuss some of my takeaways, but overall what we're hearing from fall camp after our conversation with Connor. Here it is. All right, joined now by Auburn center Connor Lew. Happy Media Days to you, man. What's the experience been like so far?
I mean, just what an honor to be here to represent Auburn University, the football program, my teammates, and be back doing it in Atlanta close to home. It's just that much better.
This offseason feels a little bit different. When you talk about the roster, and I mean, the offensive line has gotten a lot of conversation. I mean, what is it about this team that feels different internally than the other ones that you've been a part of?
I think it's no secret that everybody in the locker room is talking about the amount of talent we have.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that comes with that is as the expectations increase and the pressure increases, like just staying focused and not letting the outside noise get to you.
Yeah. You guys had some big additions this offseason up front. Talk about Xavier Chaplin and what he's already brought to this room.
Chap's been awesome since he got in there. We both were out with the same injury in the spring.
Yeah.
So doing a lot of rehab with him, just getting to know him as a person, he's been great. And on the field, he's picked up the offense really fast, so it made it easy on us. There's not a lot of, on this we do that. You tell him to call one time, and he's picked it up, so he's been awesome.
As a center, is it a little bit different when guys come in? I mean, you're the leader of this room, right? I mean, obviously, from a player standpoint, a position standpoint, when you hear, okay, this guy's now a part of the team, do you kind of take it upon yourself to say, hey, we're doing this?
Absolutely. I think the faster, especially in the offensive line room, the faster you can get everything to gel, the better your camps will be and the better you'll play in the season.
Yeah. Another addition, Mason Murphy, on the other side of you at right tackle. What has he brought, and especially with that competition with Tutal over there?
Obviously the competition, like you mentioned, but another great thing about him is he's coming in with a lot of experience. Another guy who picked up the offense really fast, and I mean, he's thriving, so it's been awesome to see both of the tackles come in.
Yeah. As far as, having a new quarterback behind you, or several new quarterbacks behind you, what is that process like as far as building that chemistry with Jackson and Deuce?
All three of them have been really good. Just bonding off the field as much as we have in meetings, watching film together, just doing what we can to surround each other and be involved in the offense as best as possible.
Yeah. Several years now in a row in this offense, in this scheme, the RPO side of it's kind of gotten and generated a lot of conversation. From an offensive lineman point of view, I mean, how does that really impact you? Are you doing the same thing regardless?
Yeah, it honestly doesn't change a whole lot
for
us up front. Obviously, sometimes there'll be a little wrinkle each week, or we'll change a call or change how we do something. But for the most part, we're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. So how often in practice now, this offseason, are you do your rep, and then you look and you see the balls in the air, and Cam Coleman or Eric Singleton or Malcolm Simmons or Horatio, they just do something ridiculous to bring it down?
It happens a lot, and it's awesome to see. I think especially like towards the end of practice when everybody's starting to get tired a little bit, just gives you a second win. Like, it's refreshing to see people downfield and making big plays, and it's like it's really cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of said throughout the offseason, all right, Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton getting a lot of well-deserved attention for sure, but it seems like maybe Malcolm's flying under the radar. Would you say that could be fair?
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of guys in that room just who have a lot of talent and maybe not being spoken about enough.
Yeah.
But that whole room as a whole, I can't say enough great things about them.
Who's impressed you as far as guys you go up against every single day on this defensive front? Is it Malik Blockton? Give me a few names that have impressed you.
Yeah, I really wasn't able to get a whole lot of reps against the new guys in the spring game, obviously. But just from last year, I'm excited to go against Malik again. Reps are limited against Keldrick, but any chance we get to go against each other, whoever wins is always talking a little bit of smack.
Yeah.
So
when's that happen? If he slants inside or something?
If he's looping across and pass protection or something.
Yeah. I mean, who's the biggest smack talker on the other side of the line?
Gosh, it's probably got to be one of the linebackers, but on the D line, Probably either Malik or Keldrick.
Yeah. What about at linebacker? Who's talking the most?
DeMarcus.
That would have been my
Rob
guess.
Woodyer,
Yeah.
all those guys.
Yeah. Is there an offensive lineman that talks a lot of crap?
Jeremiah, if you catch him at the right time.
Really?
You make him mad, Jeremiah Ryder, start talking to him.
Well, hey, good luck on this season, Connor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, War Eagle.
All right, good stuff from Connor. Wow, that took way too long for me to play. So sorry. Legit forgot about it. The traveling has whooped my tail. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about that. That's not an excuse. I want to keep talking about the offensive line and some of the things that we're hearing from fall camp. That's next, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Game Time is the best place to buy tickets. It doesn't matter if it's for a concert or a show, if it's for a sporting event, if it's for a theater show or whatever it might be. Game Time has you covered. You can download the Game Time app for free today, and you can get $20 off your first purchase by using code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off today. I love Game Time for several reasons. One, I love the all-in pricing. They let you know what it's going to be, so you're not blasted with fees and taxes at the end of the transaction. I always have that toggled on. You can toggle it off and on. I don't know why you would turn it off, but that's there. And also, you can see the view from your seat. So Game Time, just take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Game Time, once again, use promo code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off today. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. You just heard from Connor Lew. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What he said kind of lines up with what we said all offseason about how this offensive line seems to be taking a step in the right direction, both when it comes to development and when it comes to roster acquisition and talent management and all of that. It's been great. It's been great. I think Hugh Freeze and offensive line coach Jake Thornton have done an incredible job of flipping that room because the depth is just outstanding. I've seen it a few places now. Kyle had it first, and we'll hear more from Kyle on tomorrow's edition of Locked On Auburn. But the scouts in attendance are apparently telling folks around Auburn that this offensive line, like, it is littered with NFL talent. I mean, you're having NFL scouts visit Auburn's fall camp to look at, the studs. Obviously, Keldrick is going to be a high draft pick, but they are paying attention to this offensive line. Xavier Chaplin is a big part of that. Connor Lew is a big part of that. Dylan Wade, I'm super intrigued to see how he plays at guard this year and how the NFL views him. A little bit older of a prospect now. And the same with Jeremiah Wright and Mason Murphy. I'm not as high on Mason Murphy as most people. If you watch the show, you know that. But still, there's a lot of perception about maybe he could be a guard at the next level. And we're just in a spot now where you could look at Auburn's two deep and some of the guys that are the 6th or 7th or 8th offensive linemen on this roster, which I would say that would be Tutal Miller, DeAndre Carter, Tyler Johnson. I think in like Hugh Freeze's first year, all three of those guys start. I mean, think about that. I mean, think about, like, it's still kind of tough for me to wrap my brain around the fact that Tutal Miller is a multi-year starter in the SEC here at Auburn, and he is now a backup. I mean, what a luxury that we have never had in my time of doing this show or covering Auburn. And it's boring to talk about because it's offensive line and, people want the fireworks and the big plays and all of that, which is fine. But this is the stuff that allows you to build a program. Brian Smith talks about this before. You can check out his show, The Portal, comes on all the time. But he points out that I think the stat that he's used is 19 of the 20 starting offensive linemen in the Final Four last year that made the college football playoff semifinals. They were all like recruited internally. And I know Auburn had to go out into the portal and get 2 of their starters, technically 3 because Dylan Wade, but I feel like Dylan Wade's been here so long that it doesn't really apply. But they've just done such a good job at building it from the ground up and then supplementing it through the portal. And I think they're going to have to go back to the portal this offseason. We'll see. I just think from a number standpoint, they'll have to. But all in all, it's just been such a nice combination of getting guys from the high school ranks and then also getting guys that are proven, which is awesome. And a little bit different than what they did with Percy Lewis this time a year ago. Because this time a year ago is when the chatter started coming out of fall camp of like, okay, let's see if Tyler Johnson can play left tackle better than Percy Lewis. And we're all like, what? What's going on? Like, why would you do that? And then we figured out, like, oh, because Percy Lewis does not want to block an SEC caliber defensive end. That's not what we're hearing this go round. We're hearing excellent things from all 5 of the starters and 2 or 3 of the guys in the 2 deep. So what a prime spot to be in. So once again, hope you enjoyed this bonus show. Hope you enjoyed the few minutes that we had there with Connor. Super impressed with him and can't wait to see what he's able to do this season. Please like the video. Please subscribe, and we will see you next time. This has been Locked On Auburn.